It's a silver fox office for the box office foxes. It's a silver fox office with Elsie and Mike.
Kia ora, welcome to the Silver Fox office, where we are on a quest to find the foxiest old guy in cinema. I'm Elsie.
And I'm Mike.
And you're back.
I'm back. Like, for the listeners, I don't think any
Makes
extra
no
time
difference.
has passed, but for us, this has been
A long time.
a month? No, 3 weeks. 2 weeks? 3 weeks.
3 weeks from now.
3.5 weeks.
Something like
Since we
that.
recorded. So
The Sydney Portier episode, our last episode, was recorded off schedule.
yeah.
And then I got myself at all sixes and sevens trying to remember what the schedule was.
I went to Australia. I had myself a little holiday, and yeah, like every couple of days, I get a message from Elsie being like, "So when are we recording?
When are we doing this again?"
When are
Day 459, still not back.
Yeah, this is my way of just fleeing the country and not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So how you been?
Good. I got sick in Sydney, as I was just telling you. So I may sound a little bit
Husky and sexy?
A little bit husky and sexy.
A little bit phone sex.
A little bit like.
A little bit phone sex.
A little bit Mike Wazowski, you know.
Always watching.
I'm now Harvey Firestein.
Oh my god. I'm a big girl now.
Such a big girl.
Oh my god, that's so good. I feel like you're going to do my prosthetic makeup so I can nanny my own children.
Your prosthetic.
Get back at my wife who's now with Pierce Brosnan.
When you were saying prosthetic makeup, I thought prosthetic like prostate. And I was like, hang on, you don't.
I feel like my prostate.
Yeah, you don't have one, and we're not that close.
Oh, now you sound like Harvey Firestein. Will you check my prostate?
Please. I'm actually not a doctor.
Harvey, if
Not
you're out there.
Harvey.
I know how quickly this is what being away for too long does to us. We lose the plot and start talking about prostates,
God.
which I don't have.
No.
But I would like one. No.
Whose? Ow.
Okay. Anyway.
Right.
How
are you? I've just told you how I am.
I'm good. There was a Formula One race this morning. Didn't end the way I wanted it to. But
Okay.
that's okay. We live and we learn.
How did you want it to end?
I wanted it to end with my my driver on number one on the podium. But it didn't end like that.
Who's your driver?
Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Pastry.
Oscar Piastri. Yeah, Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Piastri. Okay.
Shout
out to you, Aussie Paste.
Shout out Oscar. Shout out OP. We'll get him next time.
Hey.
But no, otherwise, yeah, no, I'm good.
Great.
Can't complain. Yeah.
In our long absence, have you watched?
I haven't watched.
I feel like we don't like. There's a possibility for this to go too long, but I feel like none of us have actually watched too much.
Nearly as much as I probably should have, but I'll go through the list anyway. So as I talked about in the episode, I was going to see Downton Abbey, I think that night,
Yep.
or like the next night.
God, so long ago.
And yeah, I went to see Downton Abbey, the grand finale. It was actually really fun. I actually really liked it. I was the youngest person in that cinema by a country mile.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Everyone in the cinema loved it. People were like laughing. People were like, oh, it was a really fun experience, because I think what I learned from it is like Downton Abbey has fostered such like a fandom, but for people over the age of like 50.
Yeah.
Which is exactly my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So everyone just like loved it, and then there was like a couple of bits where everyone was like losing it, and my mum had to like lean over and whisper. She was like, her like ex died while they were having sex, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, or something like that. I can't remember. And I was like, oh, true. But Noel Coward is a character in this.
Oh, great.
And they treat like Noel Coward like he's fucking like Beyonce or something like that. Like everyone's like so excited. And the guy who played Noel Coward so like sexy. It was so fun. I loved Noel Coward. I thought he was so sexy in this. Anyway,
Did you find that there was a lot of stuff that you were like, don't know what that means?
Yeah, there was like a few things where I was like, oh, I don't know, but most of it was pretty easy to follow. It was like, oh, that this chick was obviously married before and now she's like divorced, but because of the time, that's like super scandalous.
So like context clues you were able to pick up.
Yeah, and then there was this like guy that was like scamming people or something, and I kind of like ended up putting a few things together. But even knowing as little about it as I did, it was still a good movie. Like it still had plot, it was fun, but then there was this bit at the end that was definitely for the long time fans. Like they're all kind of like dancing, and then there's like a couple characters who are now deceased, well, including Maggie Smith. Like they zoom in on this big portrait of Maggie Smith, and it was fun. Like it was really lovely, and from everyone else who loves Downton Abbey, they're raving about the film.
Right, okay.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, absolutely. It's for the fans.
It's for the fans, and I think they did a good job in that. Then my sister and I went to the cinema and saw The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Oh yes. No, I saw that as well. Yep.
You have seen it, so we
can talk about it. We can talk about the film, as this is a film talkie podcast.
A talkie podcast. We can talk about it. My review on Letterboxd was, doesn't need to be a good film if you've got Vera Farmiga mogging demons left, right, and center. She served.
Vera Farmiga is incredible.
So tea. What did you think of it?
So I left. I love.
You left halfway through.
I left. No, I didn't. I loved the first Conjuring film.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Agreed.
I liked the second. I thought the third was crap.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into it and I was like, you know what? I think there are some horror films that are meant to be one-offs and are not meant to be franchises, right? So like, I think things like the Chucky movies, I think the Freddy movies and the Jason movies all actually benefit from there just being so
many
much of it.
And also the fact that you can have a few duds because you've also got a few goodies in there as well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, you're like,
there's lore building.
Yeah, and the fact that it ingrains itself and it's such a big thing, I think it helps those movies.
Absolutely.
Whereas if it was just the one-off Friday the 13th, I don't think it would be...
The first one's not actually the best one. Well, it's up there, but...
Yeah. So I think that The Conjuring should not have been a franchise. I think it should have stuck to The Conjuring film.
100%.
Because I think that film, genuinely scary.
I remember
really
the first time I saw that, I was... Like the bit where she like claps.
Yeah.
The clapping bit, I remember actually being frightened by that. And what I also liked about it was the idea that for part of the film, they were in this house seemingly in the middle of nowhere, and it was like this, like the whole, there was the people in the house and then the Warrens, and then there was this crew there, and by the end of it, everyone was like helping each other, and they're all like trying to work together to fight this thing. It was a good movie with like a good premise, and then now you've got like, I always say, okay, I
think I liked this one a bit more than you did, just putting that out there.
I don't think okay. There's a tweet out there, and I think of it quite a bit. And I think I might have used it in reference on this podcast before. There's a tweet that says the first season of The Stranger Things is about kids on bikes fighting monsters from their board game.
Yeah.
The following seasons of Stranger Things is about the TV show Stranger Things. Like they kind of lost the purpose of what it's about, and it's more about living up to this phenomenon, this hype that you've built. And I effectively agree with that. I like season 3 of Stranger Things, don't get me wrong, but like I fundamentally agree that you've kind of got a bit lost in the hype, and I agree with that for The Conjuring. The first Conjuring movie is about like ghost hunting and like there's a presence in this house, whatever. The rest of the Conjuring movies are about the Conjuring movies.
I don't know if I fully agree with that. Like I said, I see where you're coming from, but I think that like for me, they have made essentially the same movie multiple times, except the third one, which varies quite dramatically from the formula. Mm-hmm. But like they make the same movie so many times, and I think the culture has moved on.
Yes.
So that what was really scary now is a little bit overdone.
A really crazy spin to put on it, considering that is in part the plot of like the Conjuring: The Last Rites.
Yeah.
Is that everyone's kind of like got bored of this ghost hunting thing. Nobody really believes it anymore. Everyone's moved on and they're like still trying to talk about it.
Yes.
I didn't hate it at all.
No.
I think the
I'm going to say it was better than the third one.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a plot to it, right? There was still the same kind of formula. There's a haunted house, they have to go investigate, help these people. The introduction of the daughter was really cool.
Yeah.
I think it was cool to see, you know, that connection with her mother and things like that. The daughter's boyfriend, I was a little bit confused. I thought, I don't know, is he going to turn out to be a villain or something? But he was just some guy.
He was framed like that. You're like, what's he going to do?
Is he going to turn out to be a ghost? And then I remembered that this was a true story.
Yeah. But also, I'm pretty sure that their son-in-law in real life took over managing the website. It's like quite an integral. So I was watching it with this meta knowledge.
But what's he gonna do? He's gonna turn up with
murder someone.
Then I had to keep reminding myself this is a true story.
Well, quote unquote true story. I'm actually reading the book at the moment, The Haunted, which is the again quote unquote true story of what happened to the Smurl family.
Right.
So it's this case.
That case. What I also liked, I've seen a lot of people refer to it as the Conjuring's version of Avengers Endgame, because there's here's a bit, no spoilers, here's a bit where all the previous characters show up and they're like, hey.
But you know what? It fucking worked.
It worked.
I saw
Mackenzie Foy and I gasped.
I saw Lily Taylor and I squeezed Jared's arm. I was like, it's Lily Taylor. He was like, oh, look from the first movie.
If you're a real ghost head, you'll know.
She's great. I love her. She's in The Haunting from 1999. Jared's like, watch the movie.
I also leaned over to my sister at one point and I was like, how crazy is it that in a 50 years time they're gonna have a movie about the fact that Matt Rife bought the Annabelle doll, and there's this misogynistic stand-up comedian that now owns the Annabelle doll and is going to be haunted by it. So I can't wait to see the movie where she possesses him and he's finally good at comedy or something like that.
But you know what upsets me is that I always wanted to go to the Warrens Museum because it was open for tours, and then obviously since they both died, they no longer. It's not all together. But I wanted to go and I wanted to see it, and I'm like, well, now I can't.
You can't go to Matt Rife's house.
No.
Say, hey, can I come look at the doll? Anyway.
But yeah, I liked it. Better than the third one.
Yeah.
Not as good as the first two. And throughout all four of them, really strong performances from Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga.
Yeah.
That couple, so grounded.
Their chemistry is insane, and they're both insanely beautiful.
And I think the franchise realizes that the magic of the films is there.
Those two, yeah. Without a doubt. Not a bad film in the slightest. As far as horror movies go, there have been way worse.
Jared did not like it. Jared thinks all of the Conjuring films are boring.
Well, he's not a real ghost yet, so one day he'll wake up. Okay, then I watched a film which has been on my watch list for a very long time, and then I realized it was on Netflix, I think, which was Y2K.
I also watched that.
You also watched Y2K.
I think you watched it after we did.
I think I did, because I think I saw that you'd watched it, and then I went, is it finally out? Because for ages you could not get it on a streaming service in New Zealand.
Now it's on Netflix.
What did you think?
I hated it. I thought it was...
You didn't like it?
Bullshit.
My Letterboxd review of it is, this film is like a who's who of people I'd rather not admit I find sexy.
Right.
There were a lot of people that kept popping up, and I went, oh, it's that person. Obviously there was what's his name, Miles Robbins, who
yes, I knew you'd be excited by it.
Miles Robbins. We also had the Kid Laroi, who's an Australian singer that I unfortunately know about. Mason Gooding.
Yeah.
But
your boy.
Very sexy. Once had an inappropriate dream about him.
Once?
Only once, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Couldn't get back to sleep. I was like, come on. Part two. And then Eduardo Franco, who played Argyle in season 4 of Stranger Things. I find him really hunky. Anyway,
you're just saying names.
Besides the point, I didn't mind it. It was very silly, very stupid.
I found it so grating.
Yeah,
I found it so obnoxious and painfully unfunny.
I also found it super interesting because when I saw Julian Dennison, I was like, oh, can't wait to hear the fuck-ass American accent they put on him. He was fully Māori.
He was full Kiwi, yeah. And there are references in the script to him being Kiwi.
To him being Kiwi. And his
mother.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fucking awful New Zealand
That was
accent.
random. His middle name is also Atify, which means kindness, and is my email signature at work.
I know, yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, that's super random. But I thought that his middle name being kindness was really lovely because there was a bit earlier in the like film where they talked about kindness or something like that. And then when I saw that, I was like, oh, callback. I love Rachel Zegler.
I like Rachel Zegler.
I have a really soft spot for her because she has gotten such a heinous time.
She's got cat on for no good reason.
And I think she's incredibly talented.
Yes.
I think her vocals are insane.
Yes.
I think her mug is insane.
Yes.
And I think her acting talent is also there. And to an extent, her being so talented in this film was like a little bit out of place because you had her like serving and then like the rest of the film just did not hold up to it. It was like... But there were a few funny bits. The bit where the guy goes to like skateboard on the basketball hoop and then hits his head.
That was funny.
I fucking laughed out loud.
That was funny. I feel like there... Oh, okay, hang on.
It's okay.
Sorry, I need to put in... Jared's just asked we're getting Indian food tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Do I want a mango lassi?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. When else are you going to get one?
Okay. Did you say when else am I going to get one?
Yeah.
Every time I get Indian food?
Yeah, but how
What do
often are you getting Indian food?
We're, like, the place down the road from me, English Harbour,
Really good.
really good. Really good. If you're in the Wellington region, I don't know if we're keeping this in. At this point, may as well. If you're in the Wellington region, go to English Harbour.
Yeah.
It is some of the best Indian food. Wow.
Really?
It's amazing. Yeah, so good. So good. Um,
Okay. No, I think that's fair enough. It wasn't very good.
I think there are parts, so it's sort of like, it's a comedy, first and foremost, with a horror
Aspect.
underpinning,
Yeah.
right? And I think the moment, I like a horror comedy. I think the moments when it went full gore, nutso,
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous levels of gore worked.
Yes.
I like that is the
There's like
bits.
a Barbie Jeep with like a holding a knife or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Like, that's funny.
That stuff worked. And like, yeah, the guy that's skateboarding and falling off and hitting his...
Brains himself.
Very funny.
Immediately kills himself.
Very funny. However, there is so much cringe talking attempts at comedy and like, you know.
There's also this
That was
god.
almost a bit Krusty the Clown.
That was quite good actually.
Hang on, I can sometimes do a Krusty.
Try it again. That's really good. You're almost Woody the Woodpecker.
I don't know if I can, because he's quite a... I can't do Woody. I can't.
You'd have to do it on
Repeat it, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
There's also this god awful scene where they all get into a portaloo and then the portaloo flies down a hill.
Yeah, see that?
And like Jaden Martell and Rachel Zegler are having like this intimate moment and there's just poo flying.
Yeah.
And that one was hard to watch.
Yeah. Made me think of Poop Cruise.
Poop Cruise. Trainwreck Poop Cruise.
Yeah, I gave it 2 stars. I thought it was very great.
I think I gave it a generous 3, but that's also me.
Yeah.
Being down the middle.
It does feel like more of an LC movie than a Mike movie, and I can't put my finger on why.
It's because it's a lot of obscure people that I find attractive.
Yeah. And I think that it is like I get what it's going for, because I think a lot of the reviews on there I saw with that gave it a good review, like, you people just don't get the tone it's going for. And I'm like, I do.
Yeah.
I do get what it's trying to do. I just don't think it achieves that goal.
Yeah. I mean, I've always said I would survive any situation if I had a crush on somebody there, and the same thing applies to bad movies.
Yeah.
If I have a crush on somebody there, I can survive it.
But you know what? It's nice to see Alicia Silverstone again.
Oh, yeah, that was really fun. She's really fit still.
It was nice to see her.
Yeah. Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, Batgirl.
Batgirl. At least she didn't break her shoulder. What? Who was that who broke their shoulder?
Oh, Sean Young. So, today, fell off a horse.
Fell off a horse, and you didn't want to cast anyway. That was Catwoman, I think.
Listen to our Michelle Pfeiffer episode, possibly.
I know that one. Okay, and then I was inspired by friend of the pod, Ed Blunden.
Oh, hi, Ed.
Hi, Ed. On his letterbox, he watched The Imitation Game, and I had been planning to watch The Imitation Game for a while, so I finally locked in and watched it. I enjoyed that film. So it's about Alan Turing. For those that aren't aware, Benedict
It's Benedict Cumberbatch, eh?
Yeah, plays Alan Turing, and what's her name? Keira Knightley's in it as well. I look rather pretty.
Do you think I'm pretty?
I look rather pretty, don't I? Her and her tremendous underbite. Like she still is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong.
Acting jaw first.
Don't get me wrong.
Is that? Hang on. What's the one where she like? There's a movie of her with Freud or something, and she's like, her chin is crazy. I'll show you a clip after this.
Okay, I would love to see a Freud chin. But this one is about Alan Turing, who effectively, if you trace it back, invented like computers as we know them today. So
what did they call the machine?
It's called the Enigma.
Enigma machine, yeah.
Enigma machine. So basically, like back during the war, the Germans were sending encrypted messages, and then the British needed to interpret them so they could understand where the Germans were going to, bomb and things like that.
World War II, right?
World War II.
Yeah.
And then,
of course, Germans.
Yeah. And then basically they hired the British, the Special Forces, hired a bunch of mathematicians and like geniuses to work on cracking this code, because the problem was every time they would send a message with this encrypted code, by morning the code will have changed again, so it was really hard to work out what they were going to say and break it. So Alan Turing was one of these people, and he became obsessed with like creating a machine to do it, because he was like, it would take this long for humans to do it. And also in doing this, he was like 100% autistic. Like that's obviously not what they called it at the time, but he was 100% autistic. So he struggled a bit with getting along with like his fellow classmates and stuff like that. They ostracized him. They thought he was pretentious and a bit of an asshole, but like, and then he meets Keira Knightley, and they begin a relationship, and she really helps him to work on his like social skills and things like that. And she ends up, opening him up to these people so that they are able to work with him and see that he's not actually an asshole. Yeah. He's just like so incredibly in his own head and so smart. But also about Alan Turing is he was gay, which was incredibly illegal at the time. Yeah. And so it also goes into towards the end what happened to him and what the results were there. So the actual story itself of how he created the Enigma machine and how he was able to do this is so cool. There's a genuine, like, it's almost superhero movie level when they work out how to crack the code, because, I mean, spoiler alert, the movie's been out for fucking eons. They
also, the Germans didn't win the war.
Yeah. They work out that there are a few messages that they send, like a few words that they send in every message, including the weather report and Heil Hitler. So they're able to set the machine to look for these words, and once they can decode those words, they can decode the whole rest of it. And it is such like a chills moment. And then at the end, they force them to burn all the paperwork to prove, to stop them from ever knowing that they'd done this. And they have like the words on the screen talking about what happened afterwards. And, they talk about Alan Turing's invention, and then there's like this line, and it's like, today we call them computers. Yeah. So I really liked that film.
Wasn't he like imprisoned and like persecuted?
Well, no, he could choose between imprisonment or chemical castration, and he chose chemical castration, and it was so horrific and so taxing on his mental health that he unfortunately ended up taking his own life. Yeah. And this is why, like, I was watching it and I was getting so emotional, because it's like, and he ended up posthumously getting a royal pardon. The Queen pardoned him, but at the same time, it's like too little, too fucking late.
Also, a pardon is, I don't know, man.
It's like, oh, we're absolving you of this crime. It wasn't a crime.
Yeah,
that was just who he was.
Exactly.
And it was so cruel, and we have so much to thank him for. And it's like. If I could go back in time, I'd find him, tell him it's legal now, tell him what happened to him was so fucking evil and it should never have happened, and then I would have been like, do you want to have a play on my phone? You're gonna love this, because he would have fizzed.
Well, there's like, in the first iPhone, there was more computer technology than in the first spaceship that went to the moon.
Yeah. And it's
This may be apocryphal. It's something I've heard
something
somewhere.
like that. No, it's absolutely insane. And when you like think about what they had to work with, he genuinely built a computer based off of mathematical equation and like, is this going to work? And they show them like they have to unplug things and plug them into the back into different variations. And because of what he did, he shortened the war by years and saved countless numbers of lives. There's also this really dark moment in the film where after they crack the code, they realize that they can't respond to every message because then the Germans will realize that they've cracked their code and then they will change it again.
Yeah.
So they have to, at random, pick which ones they're going to respond to and save. And then one of the guys who'd been working on the Enigma machine with them, he's like, well, we have to stop this one. And they were like, we can't. And he was like, my brother's on that boat. And they're like, we can't do anything about it. And it was so devastating. So I liked that film. I thought it was like super interesting from a historical perspective, super, super gutting from the sense of like, I cannot believe we did this to a human being.
Yeah.
And it also, I mean, any human being at all, but one that we owe so much to. Fuck, humans are cruel people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I then, after searching high and low for a movie theatre that was showing it, I finally got to see The Long Walk.
Yes.
And you've also seen it.
Yes.
Mike, certified kinghead. What do you think of The Long Walk 2025?
I think it might be one of the best Stephen King adaptations that it's ever been. I really liked it. I really, really liked it. I like the book. I think it is a really underrated book.
Oh, yeah.
My nephew's favourite Stephen King book, and your dad's.
My dad's favourite. My dad loves this one and The Running Man, but he loves The Long Walk.
Yeah. It's the only... So, Stephen King did... there was a period where he released books under a pseudonym, Richard Bachman, and this was one of the Bachman books. And there were sort of the main ones that were published before he was discovered as being Bachman were Rage, The Long Walk, Roadwork, Running Man, and then Thinner kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back. So he only did a few. And those first four were collected in the Bachman books, which I read as a kid, and I was like... These are all boring, except The Long Walk.
Yeah. The Long Walk is just such an unbelievable concept.
And as part of my reread, I read them all, and I'm like, that's still the best one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Long Walk, really good.
And it's like to me, it's like and I don't know if this is what he intended. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm being dense, but it's an allegory for the military complex of being nobody's actually a winner in war.
Yeah.
Everybody puts their name in the hat because they think that this is what's best for them, and then when they're in there, they realize there's no winners.
Yeah.
What I loved about it is it did not shy away from any of the disgusting aspects of the book. It's so gross.
Yeah.
And it's so you feel gross watching it.
But I wouldn't say it's not it doesn't feel like it's glorifying the gore or the violence. It's really damning.
And it's quite raw.
And I feel like it's still a really worthwhile film to watch. If you're someone that doesn't like gore, it's I wouldn't say it's horror. It's not. No. Things aren't designed to jump out and spook you, but it's more like existential horror.
My sister has a bit of a weak stomach when it comes to those things, and I said to her, I picked her up the next morning and I was like, you do not want to watch that film. And she was like, okay. And she's happy with that because she knows that she gets really ill watching that kind of stuff. But it was Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson, their chemistry.
Yeah.
Off the charts.
Yeah.
Off the charts. Because I saw Cooper Hoffman in Saturday Night Live.
He's a bit cute as well. He's
so handsome.
He's a good looking fella. So was his dad.
So yeah, rest in peace, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Your son is doing an incredible job.
And he's fine.
So handsome. I was watching it and I was watching him walking with David Johnson and I was looking at both of them and I was like, I know girls aren't allowed in it, but I would have survived purely by having a crush on those two. Well, like I said before, I'd survive any situation if I had a crush on somebody there. I would be annoying the shit out of Ray Garrity. I would have been fucking speed walking beside it, being like, "Is anyone got a girlfriend?"
See, I was doing the thing the whole time where I was like, I hope he's over 18. You know?
He's like, I think he's like 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the character's meant to be like
Oh my god.
younger.
No.
17 maybe? I don't know.
Cooper
18?
Hoffman was so handsome.
It's just like, please be old. Please be older.
He's handsome. He's big boned. He is beautiful. And
an excellent performance.
Excellent actor. Like, he's so talented. I also which is the book is gayer than the movie, and that's
that
and that's fun about it.
Is the book gayer than the movie? Is the book gay?
Yeah. Spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen it. McVrees is like into Ray Garrett, and Ray's having like existential thoughts about his sexuality.
In the book?
Yeah.
I do not remember this.
Because you know how he's got the missus at home?
Yeah.
He starts to like feel conflicted. He's like, because Peter McVrees essentially like comes on to him and is like, I'd do ya. And then Ray's like, would I do him back?
In the book?
Yeah.
I do not remember
And then
this.
there's also like quite a bit of subtext about whether or not it's...
I'm Googling this.
There's only a little bit of gayness in the movie, but it was still, yeah.
Is McVrees gay in The Long Walk? I mean, obviously, yeah, the 2025 suggests it.
In the book?
In the book. Okay, apparently there's ambiguous subtext and bisexual coding. All right, okay.
Bisexual coding?
Yeah.
They get on the computer and they make a website.
Bisexual coding.
Bisexual coding.
Shout out to Alan Turing.
Shout out Alan Turing. You would have loved bisexual coding.
Sorry, I'm derailed though.
That's okay. But yeah, no, that was like part of it where it's also part of like, you know, obviously McVrees is a lot more disillusioned towards all of this. He's not after, you know, and it goes into a bit in the film. For McVrees, it's, you know, he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I thought it was a great film. I thought I like left it being like, Jesus Christ. I will say I preferred the book to the film, but the film was still a very good
Always
shout.
prefer the book. But the film, really like the film.
Really good shout. And then my last one, I've been talking about Ava forever. My last one, last night I went to the Space Place at the Carter Observatory, and I watched one of my favorite, I think my favorite modern horror film, 2022 Jordan Peele's Nope. Watched it on the roof of a planetarium.
Jared and I watched Event Horizon.
Event Horizon!
we watched that on the roof of the planetarium. Did your neck get sore?
No, my tailbone did. My ass was on fire. I was so sore. That was just because I was just looking at OJ Hayward. No, I love that film. I genuinely love that film. I will say the Gordy's home scene being up on the roof so big was a bit crazy. Same with the digestion scene.
Yeah.
But I love Nope.
It's fun.
I think it's such a brilliant film.
I feel like it was different. I've only seen it the once when it came out, and it was different than I wanted it to be. And I feel like I need to rewatch it now that I know what it is, so I can have a bit more of a... I liked it. I just feel like I didn't appreciate it as much as I could.
I could go crazy talking about like the symbolism and everything in there. To, you know, and this is huge spoilers, it's been out for 3 years, so grow up. The aliens at Jupiter's Claim, their faces looking like the cameras from the set of Gordy's home. When the coin falls out of the sky and goes through Papa Hayward's eye, and they zoom in on the coin, it says, "In God we trust." So trusting things that you can't even see. Just this whole idea of, you know, the parallels between Gordy the monkey and Jean Jacket the alien, but then also the jean jacket, the horses. I just think it's so masterful. Like everything in that film is on purpose. Also, all the callbacks to like 613 or 63. It's so brilliant. I absolutely love that film, and I get so crazy when I think about it. But I also I love Daniel. Is it Kaluuya?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's how you pronounce it, as O.J. Hayward. I don't know if it's been confirmed by the makers of the film, but it's heavily suggested that that character has autism, which is why he knows not to look at Jean Jacket in the eyes, which is why the horses get on with him, because he knows about not looking him in the eyes. And he's such a brilliant character. And just the whole concept of all of them looking at a situation and literally saying nope, and that's how they survive. So brilliant.
I also love Stephen Yeun. I think he is very good looking.
He's so sexy.
I've got a big crush on him.
He is so sexy. And Keke Palmer, I think Keke Palmer is hilarious. She is so talented. She is one of the greatest singers, and she is so funny and so charismatic. And in this film, that is tenfold. Like, she delivers such an incredible performance. And even is it Daniel Pereira who plays Angel? I think it's Brandon Pereira. Sorry, Brandon. As Angel, he is great comedic relief as well, comedic value. But some genuinely like frightening scenes in that film. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, maybe I want to rewatch it.
I love Nope. I could talk for hours on end about how great Nope is.
Maybe I'll convince Jared to watch that tonight.
Yeah, I think you should. Anyway, finally, the other thing, we haven't finished it yet, but my sister and I Saturday, started the latest season of Monster. We're watching the Ed Gein story.
Okay.
Fucking insane.
Okay.
We literally
okay.
we talk the whole way through it because it is so fucking unbelievable.
Fucking Ryan Murphy. I just don't know why anyone would bother. I'm not yucking your yum.
No. The amount of times she and I have said, like, looked at a character and gone, I hope their estate is suing, because there is so much of this, because I know about Ed Gein, I've read about him, there is so much in the show being like, that is not confirmed. Yeah. Or going, both of the people involved are dead. How do you know that happened? Yeah. It's actually a lot of it.
And Ed Gein being, like the pictures I've seen, being so sexy.
He is.
Why? He's an old man.
Charlie Hunnam is fucking. This show opens with Charlie Hunnam wearing a bra and knickers, jerking off with a fucking belt tied around his neck. That's the opening fucking go at it. Then shortly after that, they have Charlie Hunnam full stark fucking naked, just covering his junk, 8-pack, ripped, shiny, standing there in the dim light in a farmhouse. And it's like, you want to fuck Ed Gein so bad, it makes you look stupid.
See, what actually is, what is the dramatic point of making him sexy?
There is, because this is, I said to my sister, I was like, he can't have looked like this. This is not what he looks like.
He was a creepy, dirty old man.
And then I Googled him and I was like, okay, that's not what he looked like. Yes, don't get me wrong. The face, I see similarities. And the fact that a casting director looked at Charlie Hunnam and went, you know what, I feel like if we gave you a weird haircut and popped your ears out a bit, you'd look like Ed Gein. Don't get me wrong. The face, I can see it. But you cannot tell me a man that was in rural, Wisconsin, in bumfuck nowhere, eating beans and franks out of a can, had a fucking 8-pack, and quads that'd make your mother cry. Like, there is no way. And I was also, like, I said to my sister at one point, I was like, is that what he fucking sounded like? Because he has this accent. And then my sister Googled it and she was like, actually, I think that is what he sounded like. So, sure. But, okay, and I'm going to spoil it, but I don't care, because if you're actually into this is crazy. Ed, and I know we can't trust him because he was doing weird stuff in that fucking house. Don't get me wrong. Ed Gein said he never fucked one of those bodies, right? He said he did not engage in necrophilia. A lot of people, miscategorize it as necrophilia. Yes, he was doing a lot of weird stuff. He was doing a lot of bad stuff, and he was defiling those bodies, but he wasn't fucking them. And in the episode we just paused before I got here, they show him fucking a dead body, and they play it out like a fucking sex scene. And the whole time, my sister and I are sitting there with this fucking horrified look on our face going, what the fuck is going on? Because he's fucking a dead body. And I'm like, that poor fucking woman. And it's all of it is so insane. There's also a Nazism subplot. Like, there is all these bits about Nazis, and it's actually like the most mind-boggling thing.
I just don't know how Ryan Murphy keeps getting money to make things.
How he fucking sleeps at night.
His stuff is awful. Yeah.
I was genuinely watching this being like, okay. Also, can I add, I don't think this is the right political climate to be making a TV show about man who wears women's clothing and is insanely interested in a transgender woman, because there's also the subplot where he becomes kind of fixated on this transgender woman and starts rubbing his shit in a movie theater. Doing a TV show about man who wears women's clothing and rubs his shit to transgender women is also evil person who kills people.
Yeah.
Not the right time to be making that connection, babe. Like, because it's just like, obviously that's not why he was evil, but you can see how so many people are going to latch onto it. Be like, see, everyone's fucking crazy, when that's not true. Also, there's like this scene on this episode I watched today where like his girlfriend's undies are talking to him like the Green Goblin mask. Like, he literally so crazy. He also was wearing this chick's like bra and undies, like giving her back shots on the couch. And I just turned to my sister and I was like, there's no way we're actually watching this on Netflix right now. Like, fucking insane TV show.
Awful.
And I also had the misfortune of watching his Jeffrey Dahmer TV series. That
I've not watched any of them.
That is so fucking upsetting. There's an episode where it shows one of his victims, whose name is Tony, and Tony was a deaf black gay young man, and when they unfortunately show the scene of him being killed, they do it in total silence. I kid you, I sat there sobbing my fucking eyes out, and I was sitting there and I was like, I hope his family fucking sues. And the whole time I was watching this Ed Gein one, I was like, every character on there, and I was like, I hope her family sues, I hope her family sues, I hope her fucking family sues, because I was like, there is no way that any of these people were like, oh, yep, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, my dead mum that Ed Gein murdered, yeah, you can show him clapping her cheeks on the TV. That's absolutely fine. Like, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So, Ryan Murphy, your days are numbered.
I don't know when I last watched a Ryan Murphy thing, honestly. It's going to be
just the most,
like, a decade at least.
Gratuitous
I can't stand it.
Sexual violence you've ever seen.
It's just repulsive. Everything he's ever done has been repulsive.
That man hates women, hates gay men, supposedly hates transgender people. I don't understand where he gets
also
off.
At one point said bisexual people don't exist.
Oh, okay. Well, bisexual coding would beg to differ. So anyway, this is an anti-Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, because we love trans people. We
love trans people.
We believe bisexual people.
We love bisexual people.
Which is the bare fucking minimum.
We love trans people. We love bisexual people. We love women. We love men. We love anything that is not Ryan Murphy.
We support you living your life.
Yeah, we support everyone living happily.
Except Ryan Murphy.
Except Ryan Murphy. You should live unhappily. Anyway, I've been talking for ages. Mike, what have you been watching? That's literally the bit we're up to. Sorry, I'm so incensed about Ryan Murphy.
Not Ryan Murphy, I'll tell you
No.
that. Look, the first thing I want to talk about. When we were in Australia.
When were we now?
When we were.
Ooh, wow.
So I am a little bit like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm a little bit encyclopedic with musicals, right?
Yes.
Like, I know my stuff.
Yes.
I obviously don't know every musical, but I'm like,
Musicals,
I'm good at
you'll know
musicals. There is one big, huge blind spot that I've had my whole life, that I rectified in Australia. I finally saw the musical Annie.
Yay!
I had never seen the movie. I
haven't seen Annie live before.
Yeah, I've never seen it live, never seen any of the movies because there are like 3 adaptations.
Cameron Diaz one.
know, like, I know Tomorrow.
It's a hard knock, Clyde.
I know that. But even then, I know, like, the choruses.
Yes.
You know? And I know little girls.
Oh, yeah, true.
That was about what I knew going into it. What a fucking blast.
So fun.
Did
you have an actual dog in the cast as well?
There was an actual dog.
Yeah, I loved the actual dog.
Yeah, I don't like dogs.
Yeah.
So that was... But the dog was in it much less than I thought.
Yes, the dog was like a little bit.
It was on stage like maybe 3 times. So I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, okay, I can handle this.
And it had Anthony Warlow in it, who played Daddy Warbucks. Anthony Warlow is an Australian singer and actor, musical theatre guy. There's a musical of Jekyll and Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1994, they did like a recording that wasn't from the stage. It was just an audio recording, and he was Jekyll and Hyde. And that musical and that recording specifically is just one of those things that I can trace my love of musical theatre to, right? That is one of the things that started it all.
I love that.
Like, obviously Disney. True. And Jekyll and Hyde and Sweeney Todd and Sound of Music. Like, those things are like...
That's what started it.
Yeah. So seeing him on stage
fun
was really lovely.
That's so fun.
It is the second time I'd seen him on stage. He did do Phantom of the Opera, and I travelled to Auckland to see Phantom of the Opera, which I hate.
Yeah.
Because Anthony Warlow was
in it.
But this time he didn't have to cover his face, which was nice, you know.
Which you appreciated.
So, yeah, I loved it. I'm really excited to go and watch the films now.
I think I've seen the original one. I definitely haven't seen the one with... Is it Quvenzhané Wallis? Is she Annie?
Don't know, sorry. Is that the Cameron Diaz one?
Yeah. Is it Quvenzhané Wallis? Let me check.
I thought it was Willow Smith or something.
No, I think it's Quvenzhané.
Oh, okay.
And she got absolutely like flamed for no reason by a bunch of adults because they were weird. Yes, it's Quvenzhané Wallis, Jamie Foxx, and Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Oh, Rose Byrne and Bobby Cannavale are in it. I haven't seen that one. I need to.
And then there's the one with Kathy Bates and Audra McDonald.
Audra McDonald?
Audra McDonald, Kristen Chenoweth.
I always remember Quvenzhané Wallis because her name is like quite interesting and it's spelt in an interesting way. And I remember she was going on stage to an accept award and the presenter was the awful Ricky Gervais. And he just like flat out refused to even try and pronounce her name and then just like made a joke about it. And it was just,
cool.
And everyone, there was like a running joke for a while in Hollywood to just make fun of like an 8-year-old's name.
Cool.
So I'm like particularly precious about Quvenzhané Wallis because I think she was done so dirty. So I remember being young, like I'm only like a few years older than her. And I remember at the time making a point of like listening to a video and learning how to pronounce her name because I was like, this is important.
Because that's what you do.
Because it also won basic decency.
Yeah.
But also I was like, you know what? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, fuck
it's not that hard.
Yeah. What else do I want to talk about? I read a lot while I was overseas, which was great because I often read a lot on holidays, which is lovely. Even though we're very busy doing lots of stuff.
Doing lots of stuff. I actually saw a guy when I was driving the other day. I saw a guy walking his dog, and as he had the dog lead in one hand, and then he had a paperback book in the other hand, and he was like reading as he was walking down the street with his dog.
I used to read when I walked to school as a kid.
Yeah, you strike me as the kind of kid that would have read and walked to school.
Yeah.
I was just surprised at the coordination.
I mean, the amount of people that don't look up from their phone while walking, I think it's the same skill.
I literally will walk and like, it's the same as when I'm driving. If I'm not looking straight ahead, like I will drive wherever I'm looking.
I think it's like you take micro glances, right? That's what you do when you read. When you're on your phone, you just look up, you're like, oh yeah, no one's right in front of me. Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh. But did you enjoy all my pictures that I was sending you from Madame Tussauds?
Yes. Oh, that was... I don't know what the hell they're smoking over there, but they've got Jacob Elordi looking like a fucking Slender Man. Mike sends me a photo of a wax spring, goes, your man. And I was looking and I was like, what the fuck does Sydney care about Josh Hartnett for? Because he was this big Josh Hartnett figure. And then I found out that it was Heath Ledger. I don't know if it was because of the angle, the lighting.
I looked at it and I was like, Josh Hartnett? Then I was like, oh no, it's Heath Ledger.
Josh Hartnett, yeah. It looked just like Josh Hartnett. It didn't look like Heath Ledger, but if you were going for Josh Hartnett, it was like uncanny. The Bruce Willis one was uncanny as well.
Bruce Willis one was quite good.
Jacob Elordi was scary because he was so thin.
And so tall.
So tall. He can't be that tall.
He must be. I came up to like his shoulder, and I'm not short.
Yeah.
I'm like 5'11".
If Jacob Elordi is that tall in real life, then that's why he's also got like a little bit of bulk to him, because this one was just, like crazy skinny.
No, I'm like on the slightly taller side of average.
Yes.
And like
he
towered over me.
6'6".
That might make sense.
I think he's about 6'6", and he's Australian, and he's really sexy.
He's very sexy.
He's quite. There's like a photo of him in an airport, and he's got a paperback book in like the back pocket of his jeans.
Ah, love a man who can read.
Performative, slutty, and right up my alley. All right. Fuck, I love Jacob Elordi. Anyway.
So last time I believe I was talking about The End of the World as We Know It, which is the Stephen King. It's a bunch of short stories set in the world of Stephen King's The Stand. I finished that, really enjoyed it. So weird. Lots of very varied, weird stories. Like there's one from the author Poppy Z. Bright, who is... That's the pen name of Billy Martin, and I love his writing. I love him. He's one of my favorite authors, and his story was fucking weird. It was like mermaid porn. It was so weird.
Love it.
So cool. Yeah, it's just really great. A lot of people aren't loving it because I think a lot of the stories do go very strange, but right. I like the strange.
If you like strange, that's good.
And then the newest Stephen King book came out, which there was just one a couple of months ago, but this is the newest one.
Oh, he's busy.
Which is a combination of him and Maurice Sendak, who wrote Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh, wow.
The artist for that, and it's a edition of Hansel and Gretel. So Maurice Sendak did all the illustrations, and Stephen King wrote the story.
Fun.
Great.
Love it.
Really spooky and you know.
As it should be.
Yeah, and you could read it to your kids. It's cool. I'll show it to you after this.
Fun.
Speaking of the end of the world, I've realized I've read so many apocalyptic stuff in the past 6 months. So after that, I read a non-fiction book called A Brief History of the End of the Fucking World by Tom Phillips.
Okay.
And this happened when all the Tom Phillips stuff was going down.
Not the Tom Phillips you're thinking of.
Not the Tom Phillips who was on the run from the cops. A different Tom Phillips, but I was reading it at the same time, and so people were very confused when they saw the book I was reading.
They're like, oh my god, he's got the inside scoop.
It was fun. It was like a kind of chatty non-fiction look at doomsday cults and doomsday preppers and like...
Interesting.
Like 2012, end of the world stuff, so a lot of this sort of thing. It's like a 350-page book. There's a section of about like 90 pages, which is boring as shit. The rest of it is really good.
It's really good. Okay.
Yeah, very funny. After that, I read the fourth in the Thursday Murder Club book series, The Last Devil to Die, which those books are so delightful.
Is it good?
You read them in like 2 nights.
Have you watched the movie?
Not yet.
Cute.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it either.
No. Jared was just reading the first one, so we're going to watch it some point soon. But yeah, I cried multiple times.
Cute.
They're so delightful, and there's so, like, you just feel for the characters, and you fall in love with them so quickly. I highly recommend them to everyone. They are really easy breezy. So I think that they're probably a really good one. If you're in a reading slump, they're probably really good books to get you back in there. After that, I read The Lighthouse Witches by C.J. Cook.
Okay.
The reason I read this is I was staying in a lighthouse. So I was like, I want a spooky lighthouse book. Because we were staying in the lighthouse at Cape Nelson, which was, we were staying not in the lighthouse itself, we were staying in the head lightkeeper's cottage.
Fun.
So like you open the door, there's the lighthouse. It was okay. The book was okay. The lighthouse was beautiful.
Did you watch the movie The Lighthouse by Robert Eggers?
I had seen it. We did not watch it this time. We didn't have any movie watching time.
Did not.
What a movie though.
What a film.
You're fond of me, lobster. And then I have a history of every time I go on a overseas holiday, I end up buying a book by Darcy Coates, who is an Australian horror writer.
Okay.
And she's quite prolific. She writes heaps. And they're all fairly easy breezy.
Mm-hmm.
So I read one called How Bad Things Can Get.
Ooh.
And it's my favorite of hers that I've read so
wow.
far. It is basically a social media influencer like Mr. Beast kind of thing, who's called Eton in the book.
I was going to say Mr. Bean. Eton.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Eton missed.
So he hosts games and like gives away money and stuff, and he's and he hires a remote island and invites like 500 or something influencers and people to come and play games and competitions and all this sort of stuff. And it's like a festival to this remote island. We follow a character called Ruth, who is a survivor from a cult. And then people start disappearing on the island.
The most
really
dangerous
fun
game.
It's very like it's almost had like a Hunger Games-y vibe, but significantly gorier. And for an older crowd, really engaging, really fun.
I saw a lot of comments about The Long Walk, actually, where people were like, we need to make sure Mr. Beast never, ever sees this film.
Yeah.
So I do find that I find the narrative on like social media and stuff like that very interesting.
Going on to movies, we talked about most of the movies that I want to
I spoiled them,
talk
sorry.
about, so that's fine. I'll go fuck myself.
Correct.
So I watched a movie called Heart of Batman, which is a documentary about Batman the Animated Series, which is one of my top 5 all-time favorite shows. Love that show. Most of my Batman figures that I have downstairs are from Batman the Animated Series. All my shirts are from Batman the Animated Series. I love this show. So I've watched this documentary a couple of times before, so it's just a comfort watch. And then when we were on holiday, we managed to watch... when we saw The Long Walk, we saw it in Auckland, because we had a few days in Auckland. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to the cinema in Auckland? Like the event cinema?
No, I've never been to a cinema.
It's crazy. So it's in this huge building that is mostly empty, and you like it's so tall, and you have to go up so many escalators, and it's so high. And you're like, I think it also has an IMAX screen there. But so like we're up at the very top on just these like rickety feeling fucking escalators. Jared doesn't like heights. Yeah. So we're like, oh Jesus Christ.
Where the fuck are we?
We bought tickets and I was like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. So Jared waited there and I went off, and to get to the bathroom we go out into this dark corridor and down these dark stairs with like flickering lights, and I'm like, I don't know where I am. It was amazing. It was the scariest thing. I was like, I'm actually scared.
So you went to the movies in a dream, actually.
Like, it's horrifying. Please, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, the event cinemas, please reach out. But I even said to Jared, I was like, okay, I know you don't like heights. These escalators are quite exposed.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the lift down? And he was like, no, because the lift is shaped like a fucking rocket ship. And it's open on all sides. Jared was like, that's worse. That's much worse.
Lift.
It's round, shaped like a rocket ship.
Like the Augustus Gloop tube.
And I mean like literally shaped like a rocket ship. I'm not comparing it glibly. A literal rocket ship, and it had a pointy top and like engine boosted. And I cannot stress to you enough how empty this building was otherwise.
guys weren't having you weren't astral projecting from a dream, because that sounds like it's crazy.
Do you want
to see the lift? Jared's like, no, it looks like a rocket.
I didn't even take any photos of it, but it's true.
Hold on, this is too good.
Okay, hang on. You can sort of see in the background. So that's like, see the escalator in the background. You can't see the rocket ship, but so like there are like 5 more of these going up and a big empty space here.
Why would there be? That is so fucking funny. I want to see if they've got a photo of the rocket. Oh my god, it is very futuristic, isn't it? That's fucking hilarious. Oh,
yes!
It is literally
It's a little rocket ship.
So it's 1-6. And it's on like a fucking gangway.
It's crazy.
That's hilarious. If you live in Auckland and you've been to the Event Cinemas rocket ship, can you tell us why that thing exists?
If you live there, if you could go and take some photos for us, that would be
That would be really cool, thanks.
Anyway,
hilarious.
So we watched 2 films while we were overseas, because we just, sometimes you get to that point where you're like, I've explored so much. I just want to. Yeah. Also, I did get sick, so
we went to see Sinners when we were on like a 4-day trip to Rotorua. So
when we did our Europe trip, I like to say one of the best parts of our trip, we got to Venice. This was towards the end of our month-long trip. We had gone through 6 other countries by this point. It was a huge trip. And we were so fucking tired, and I had an infected toe, like an ingrown toenail. It was awesome trip. Yeah. But, just at the point we got there, we could go out, we could explore beautiful romantic city of Venice. Yeah. It's nighttime. There's lots of like lovely restaurants. There's so much we could do. Or we could sit in our hotel room and watch Love is Blind on Netflix, because I had Netflix. One of the best nights of the trip.
Perfect. So much fun.
So the movies we watched Renfield.
Oh yes, okay.
Which I've been meaning to watch, because obviously it's vampires and it's like classic Universal stuff.
And your favourite actor of all time?
Oh, garbage. Mm-hmm. Garbage. Nicholas Hoult is beautiful. Yeah. I love him.
Love Nicholas Hoult.
He did nothing wrong. He was very good in this. Shohreh, I don't quite know how to say your name. Shohreh Aghdashloo.
Okay.
She's a I think Iranian actress with a very husky voice, beautifully husky voice.
Love it.
She was great.
Hmm?
Nicolas Cage as fucked as ever. He's getting good reviews, so I'm probably biased, but he's awful. And Awkwafina,
yeah,
one of the most grating things that I've seen. She was
what you talking about? Like she's the fucking seagull in what's it called? Little Mermaid.
I haven't seen the remake.
Yeah, no, she's awful in that. She's a fucking seagull, and she talks with like a black scent for no reason.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Yes, we watched that. Rough. That was rough. And then we watched, because we had done Spookers in Auckland, which was like a haunted house, and we were talking about haunted movies, so we watched Hell House LLC, which is like set in a haunted house. I actually got confused. I wanted us to watch Haunt on Netflix, but we watched Hell House LLC.
By accident.
That's fine. We were not in the mood for we wanted a horror, but we were not in the mood for like a found footage horror, because that's a specific mood. So we ended up both being like just blobbing and obviously exhausted off our tits. Just like,
House LLC. Beautiful.
So here we are.
Should I tell everyone what a silver fox is?
Oh God, we've still got so much to do.
We've got a lot to do. We've only been talking for an hour.
We shouldn't say that. Please listen to our podcast.
Please listen. It's going to be a drag. No. So silver fox is somebody who is over the age of 45.
Yep.
And has grey hair, could be going grey, could be dyeing their grey hair, and they're fuckable.
Gotta be fuckable.
We don't hear about gender. We don't care how you identify, as long as we can objectify.
Exactly.
It is just as long as they're sexy and over the age of 45.
And they have to be a film actor.
Yes, they have to have been in film.
Cinema.
Though I feel like one day we're going to have to branch out and do like a
We'll do a TV episode.
A TV
Everyone
episode.
keeps asking us to do Gillian Anderson, so one day.
musical episode,
Yeah. Oh my God.
a
Norm
YouTube
Lewis.
videos. No.
YouTube. Mr. Beast. I don't know YouTubers.
I don't think there are any YouTubers over 45 unless it's like somebody that collects stamps or something.
Oh, there's Legal Eagle.
Legal Eagle?
My mouth is too full of spit to make that work. Legal
Nice.
Eagle.
Oh yeah. How old are Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning?
How about a what?
How old are Rhett and Link from
I
Good
don't
Mythical
know.
Morning?
I thought that was one person. Written link.
Rhett and Link.
I was like, are they German?
These guys. Surely you've seen these guys before. From Good Mythical Morning.
No, not a clue.
Okay. How old are they? Google. Okay, this is not important. But I'm glad that we're in here.
This is
47.
This is Legal Eagle, who's 42.
Nearly. 3
Nearly.
more years. Rhett and Link are both 47. So we could do the Rhett and Link episode.
Great.
Rhett and or Link. Anyway, Mike, what did you pick?
Oh, Jesus. I picked Liam Neeson.
Yeah, baby. What a man.
I was very excited.
What a man. Tall.
How tall is he?
How tall?
If Jacob Elordi's 6'6", how tall is he?
How tall is Liam Neeson? How tall is Liam Lawson? 193. So he's what, 6'4".
That's quite tall.
Ugh. And he's got a beautiful accent.
Yeah.
And he's got, do you know what I like about his face? He's got,
It's kind of craggy.
yeah, it's kind of rough, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he loves being referred to as rough. But yeah, he's
And a really good actor.
a very good actor. Going through like his films was quite a interesting, like, that's right. Who was
Yeah.
that thing? Anyway, Mike, what
Yes.
film did you pick?
So I stuffed it up. I only had like time to watch one,
Okay.
right? And that was this morning.
Uh-huh.
And I narrowed it down to 3 possibilities.
Mhm.
And I picked one of them, and I should have gone for one of my others,
Okay.
which is going to be an honorable mention.
mention.
But I went with Breakfast on Pluto,
Okay.
the 2005
Cillian Murphy film?
Cillian Murphy.
I only know that film because of you.
It was a weird, like, look, when I first discovered Cillian Murphy in 2005, I very quickly fell in love because that is a beautiful
Oh my
man.
god, he's a priest.
What?
Sorry, I just got distracted. I googled a picture and he's a priest. Anyway.
Oh, Liam Neeson.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, you were saying about Cillian Murphy.
So yeah, I fell in love with him very quickly when I first discovered him. He's a beautiful man. And so I like quickly went through a lot of his ones, which is how I found Breakfast on Pluto. And quickly fell in love with Liam Neeson as well in that, who is, he's,
What?
I think it's one of those ones, you know how sometimes the fox will be at their sexiest because of how they look.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be because of like the part in their career or whatever,
Yeah.
and sometimes it'll be because of the performance.
Yes.
This is very much because of his performance. He is. I'm not looking at him biting my knuckle, being like, "That is the sexiest fucking man I've ever seen,"
Mhm.
but he is so nice.
Nice. That's what you want.
Like he's so. So Cillian Murphy plays a trans woman,
Mhm.
and this is one of the things about it that is not aged well. Obviously, trans women should be played by trans women.
Absolutely.
Trans men should be played by trans men.
Absolutely.
Obviously, 20 years ago, we weren't doing that, which is not still not great.
Still not great.
But yeah,
Does the portrayal go about it in a way that's like it's attempting to still tell the story and offer the character the
yeah. So
representation she deserves?
I think so. So I think its heart is in the right place.
Yep.
I think it is a rare example of a queer film, let alone a trans film, a queer film having joy in it and
Nice.
not being an onslaught of misery.
Not being about how fucking awful
awful things happen to her, to Kitty, the main character. Awful things happen to her, but like it's
it also
there's joy
to show that
there's joy and there's humor and there's all sorts. And Liam Neeson plays her father, but he's father priest. He's the priest.
He's the father and the
He's
father.
The father and the priest. Jesus Christ.
He's the father and the father. Amen.
I got home at 1 o'clock in the morning,
so
I'm struggling. Yeah, so he's towards the end. He basically like takes kitten and looks after her, and so the sexiest thing about him is like the acceptance and the kindness.
That he's a kind person, good person.
And
that is sexy. Being a good person is undeniably sexy.
Yeah, and he's just so warm. He just feels so warm, but he also has that like, because obviously if he's a priest, a Catholic priest that has a kid, he's gonna have some guilt and some demons about it, right? So he's also got this like inner like darkness about him, but he's so warm and so supportive and just going against a lot of stuff that he believes in, you know, a lot of stuff he's been told to believe in, I should say. I'm not explaining this very well.
It's okay.
But he's
No, I get what you mean.
But watching it today, I was like, I shouldn't have picked this film. I should have picked one of the others.
Fair enough.
He's sexy. He's not in it a huge amount. He's one of the bigger characters, but it mostly focuses on Killian, so a lot of other characters come in and out. Yeah.
Nice.
That was good.
Yeah. That's good. I'm proud of you.
What did you watch? Jesus, put me out of my misery.
I picked my Liam Neeson character for a similar reason you picked yours. I do still think he's obscenely sexy in this, but what makes him the sexiest in this is that he's a good dad. I picked Love Actually.
Of course. I had a feeling that you might.
Okay.
It's a good shout. I think it's a worthy choice.
The thing about Liam Neeson in this film is he's actually a good stepdad.
Yes.
But the way he plays his character, you would think that he was Sam's biological dad. Not that it really matters at the end of the day, because he's still his dad. But he is going through obviously such an awful time losing his wife. Spoiler alert, but it's been out for like over 20 years.
Yeah.
Grow up. He's going through this awful time losing his wife, and he's struggling with that. But then he's also trying to parent Sam, and Sam thinks his world's ending. And he comes to, he finally opens up to Daniel about, the fact that he's got a crush on this girl. She's from America. And it's like, it seems so trivial, especially when you're an adult, but it's the way that Daniel embraces it. And he's like, you know what, let's fucking go for it. He teaches them about the Titanic and about all of this kind of beautiful stuff. And then also there's this great bit where like because he and Emma Thompson's character, Karen, are very close.
They're like besties, eh?
They're like BFFs, and he like has to he calls her and she's too busy, and so he has to, hang up. And then there's a bit where he breaks down in tears and she comforts him, and it's just like I like a man that's, he's meant to be this big, like brooding, kind of like tough, unaffected guy. But he does show emotion, and it's so obvious that he loved Joanna, who was his wife. The scene with her funeral, where he talks about it with so much love, and you can see all these photos. That is so perfect.
Yeah.
And I get this feeling that what he put into that is also the same love that he gave to Natasha Richardson.
I know.
God rest her soul. Every day I miss Natasha Richardson. I miss her every day.
Yeah.
Every day. And I think this character is so sexy because it's so earnest, but it's also very realistic. We've talked before about obtainably and unobtainably hot, and the character of Daniel feels obtainably hot, and then he ends up with Claudia Schiffer.
Yes.
So that tells you that he's got it going on. All right.
I also, one of the moments I really appreciated about that film is when it's been a couple of years since I've seen it. I don't think I watched it last year. I'll probably watch it this year.
Sure.
Yes, I know it's bad. Yes, everyone talks about how it's problematic. Yes, it is. Yes, I get
It's
it.
incredibly problematic.
Absolutely. It still gives me the warm tingles.
I love that film. I love that film.
Yeah.
That film till the day I die.
When his kid, Sam, when Sam's like, talking about a crush, and he's like, oh, have you girlfriend? And he's like, no, and he's like, boyfriend or something like that, right?
Yes, and he's like trying.
He's trying.
And Sam
really uncomfortable, but
Sam's like writing these things on a blackboard on the door of his room, and it's like, Ringo is life and stuff like that, because he suddenly decided to become a drummer. And it's the way Daniel's going to the door knocking on it, be like, I made kebabs, like, do you want to come out for tea? And Sam doesn't. And it's just like, I don't know. And then they get to the airport scene, and he, it's so irresponsible, but he's like, if you want her, you got to go and get her. And he's so brilliant.
I love how he's just so like open.
Yes.
And he's like obviously he's uncomfortable, but he's like, well, we're going to have the conversation. We're having this conversation.
We're going to do it.
That's where we are. And I'm just like, that's good parenting.
Oh, he's so brilliant. And that's how I completely agree with what you're saying about like your character from Breakfast on Pluto. It's like, yes, he's undeniably handsome because he looks like that. He's going to be handsome.
He looks like that.
And
he sounds like that.
And he sounds like that. And he's that tall.
Yeah.
But what makes him so like desirable is just
how big his penis is.
How big his schlong is. You can see it through his slacks. And you're like, I know you got it like that. Okay.
I'm going to be on my knees soon.
That
was good, Liam Neeson.
I'm going to be on my Liam Neeson. I'm going to give you a son. But it's just because like you're just an earnest guy. Like at the heart of it, you're good. You're playing a good guy.
He's so likable. Yeah.
So sexy. What were your honourable mentions?
So
it's okay if it's A Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's okay.
It came close.
Aslan. Like that.
No. So, I did have Love Actually in the back of my mind. Schindler's List. I was like, he is good looking in that, but I cannot.
You cannot.
I cannot put myself through that. And I cannot diminish it down to being like,
oh yeah, he's
look at
so sexy and absolutely inappropriate. I can't remember, it was like me wanting to do Malcolm X with Denzel Washington. Liam Neeson is undeniably sexy in Schindler's List. We can say it.
Yeah.
But that is not the most important part of that film.
Not the point of the film.
No. And that is a film that needs to be told, a story that needs to be told.
It just so happens it's told with a sexy man.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I also had on my little list Qui-Gon Jinn and Phantom Menace.
I can't do it with his little up down, half up, half down.
I kind of like my hair. It kind of works.
He's got a fuzzy half pony. Okay.
But
he and I have the same hair.
Maybe that's why. That's what's doing it for me. But the one I should have picked is him as Henry Deckard / Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins.
Yeah.
But I also I was like, and also The Haunting from 1999 was also on my list. But I was like, so my main three that I was tossing up was Breakfast on Pluto, Batman Begins, and The Haunting. And I was like, The Haunting and Batman Begins are both very obvious Mike picks.
Well, Love Actually was the most obvious LC pick.
But I should have followed my heart. I should have done Batman Begins because he is
really sexy,
crazy in that. And he doesn't play evil very often.
No.
And he's a good villain. Yeah. And he also, it's a layered villain.
Yeah.
And his little beard, his little 2 bits down.
His little 2 bits down.
2 bits down with the sword.
2 bits down, sword, little thingy.
But also, by the time, halfway through Breakfast on Pluto, I was like, I should be watching Batman Begins. And I was like, but that movie is 2.5 hours long. Yeah. And Elsie's going to be here in an hour and a half.
You did what you had to do. You did what you had to do.
So if I had planned myself out,
you would have been away.
Yeah. Well, as well as Aslan and Oscar Schindler.
Aslan and Oscar Schindler.
Who are your honourable mentions?
I had Batman Begins.
Great.
Absolutely. Taken.
Never seen it. I know the quote, but
It's a good like action one. I'm annoyed because I still haven't seen his version of The Naked Gun, and it's not out on streaming yet. I have a funny feeling that if I had seen it, it would have been my pick, because everyone also knows that I love Pamela Anderson, and watching those two get their freak on.
And being funny, sexy.
My pants literally would have flown off.
Yeah, you'd be naked.
Yeah, with my gun would have been, my gun would have been fully cocked. My gun naked.
My gun.
Me also naked. The staff of Reading Cinema would have said out.
Please.
My gun so naked. Anyway, what? Okay, so then the next one that I had, another one that was kind of on the same level as Schindler's List, was Michael Collins, where he plays Michael Collins, who was an actual historical figure from Ireland. So really hunky in that, but not the point of the movie. And then the last one is this kind of crazy film from the late 80s called Krull. He's quite young in it with a crazy haircut. So there was up there. But yeah, that's what I had.
Crazy. I want to go back to something that you said.
Yes.
You mentioned Titanic. When you were talking about Love Actually, you mentioned Titanic, and I just want to say that there was a Titanic exhibit at Sydney.
There was!
And I went, and it was so good. They had, like, Captain Smith. They had his fucking pocket knife there.
Oh, my God.
They had, like, replicas of the first class hallways. So good. But the thing, and, like, I cried.
Naturally.
At the end, there was, like, lists of all the victims, and I just bawled my little eyes out.
Yep.
But one of the things I got very excited about and immediately sent a picture to Elsie is they had Kate Winslet's dress from the boarding scene.
The hat?
I don't think the hat was there.
No.
But they had the dress.
Boarding dress.
And I was like, Elsie, look.
I actually, right after we recorded our last episode, and I went up to Auckland for my aunt's birthday. We went to the Diva exhibition at the Auckland War Museum.
Yes.
And there was a number of Rihanna's dresses, including the Pope dress that she wore to the Met Gala. I cried because I was in the same room as Met Gala clothing, and I never thought in my entire life I would be that close. But then they also had like clothing worn by like Elizabeth Taylor and like that kind of stuff, and I was like overwhelmed. It was very incredible. So I've also cried looking at a dress before. I literally was in there. And you had to wear these headphones because they played music. So when you were in different parts of the exhibition, the music would change.
Oh, that's quite cool.
So cool.
They had that for the Titanic thing, but like they had little spoken interstitials and then they had music to go through.
There's a bit where like I walked up and I think at the top of my voice because I couldn't really hear. I was like, Mum, look, it's Janelle Monáe's vagina pants.
Oh, God.
And Mum was like, oh. I literally have pants with like giant vulva on the front of them.
Right.
And she was like, that's so cool. I was like, yeah, it is. They had like fucking Freddie Mercury stuff there. They had Lil Nas X like American Music Awards outfits, but it was literally all about like iconic divas and history. And I was just so fucking blown away. An outfit worn by Elton John, like whole nine yards, Prince's shoes. I actually think there was a headdress worn by Elizabeth Taylor in Cleopatra.
That's cool.
It was a very cool exhibition. I took like a bajillion photos. Oh, Cher's Bob Mackie like dresses.
Oh my god.
Not a lot of people I don't know about me. I'm very much into fashion and sewing in my spare time. So seeing Bob Mackie's up close.
Elsie is sewing my Halloween costume this year, which we're not saying what it is, but
no. But I
don't have to wait for our Halloween episode when we are in full costume.
We're in full costume. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So we are up to arguably the
no, we're not. Fox facts.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst part.
Arguably the lamest part of our little show.
Yes.
No, we're not.
No, we're not, Mike.
Fox Facts. This is when we get on our old pal IMDb and look up the most tepid, lukewarm, probably incorrect facts about our Fox. And if we have any off the dome, obviously we jump right in.
First one here on IMDb says he wanted to be in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 1999 so badly, he did not even bother reading the script. It's like, I'm going to be in that fucking movie. I'm going to be in that fucking movie.
I wonder if he regrets it.
Nah.
So yeah, obviously, I think we talked about it last time, but the rumor is that he has the biggest penis in Hollywood.
He's got a massive schlong.
Apparently.
Pam, we're best friends. You can tell me, girl.
Please.
You can tell me, girl.
Let us know.
Apparently, he attended Queen's University of Belfast for a short while to study physics and computer science.
Oh.
But flunked out. Jesus.
This fact just says he got involved in amateur drama.
What? Not so amateur anymore, is it?
That's the fact. That's all it is.
He was considered for the role of Van Helsing in Dracula. However, he was turned down after Anthony Hopkins showed an interest in the role and ultimately got it.
Nice. He boxed between the ages of 9 to 17 and had a good left jab.
Good left jab, eh? Can lift my jab.
Oh.
Jab my left? No.
Jab,
We'll workshop it.
Worked as a forklift driver at Guinness. The most Irish thing you could think of.
He and Catherine Zeta-Jones were so frightened by the set of The Haunting that neither of them wanted to film there after dark.
Fair enough. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
It's an important film for me.
Okay. What? Just
like in my history.
Oh, okay, like in your lore.
It's not a good film, but
It's important to you.
We're talking about the 99 remake, obviously, not the original, which is perfect. He turned down playing James Bond in GoldenEye because he didn't want to be in an action film.
Oh.
Now look at how many action films he's been in.
His character, Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, sorry,
illiterate,
was trained by Count Dooku, who was played by Christopher Lee.
Yes.
Lee ended up passing away on Neeson's birthday, June 7.
Why would you just drop a Christopher Lee death thing like that?
Dooku is fucking crazy. It's like Count Dookie.
He is also known as Darth Tyrannus. How dare you come into my house,
Count Dookie.
disrespect Count Dooku?
Shout out Count Dookie.
This is a hate crime.
He started his acting career at the age of 33 when he saw an advertisement of a theatre in Belfast which was looking for a tall man. As he was 6'4" tall, he was apparently.
That sounds like it was like
he was right for the role. He applied and got the job, which saw him making his theatre debut playing Irish trade unionist Big Jim Larkin.
Oh, Big Jim.
Big Jim. I want to see his Big Jim Larkin. One of his oldest and dearest friends is Irish actor Kieran Lyons. The two have met as struggling actors on the set of Excalibur 1981. I like that they put struggling in there.
After first meeting on the set of Excalibur 1981, Neeson and Helen Mirren lived together for 4 years, after which time Mirren met husband-to-be Taylor Hackford when he directed her in White Nights.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine that flat?
I would have loved to be a piece
Helen
of furniture
Mirren,
in their
get
house.
your own milk.
I would have loved to have lived with them. I would have done anything.
Helen Mirren's got to be a future Fox one day.
A long-time supporter of the legalisation of abortion in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love to hear it.
He dated Barbara Streisand from 1991 to 1992. I cannot picture that.
Yeah, no. Shout out Yentl. Shout out Yentl. I've got one here that just says, oh no, I think this is the one that you said. He got involved in amateur drama. Got involved. Loves the cinema. Audie Murphy and westerns. Loves the cinema. Me too, babe. Let's go together.
Same, buddy.
Get a good left jab is so good. I don't think I have any facts off.
There's actually nothing much there.
Off the dome either. Obviously, like I said before, he was married to the beautiful and talented Natasha Richardson, who unfortunately passed away far too early. She was the daughter of Vanessa Redgrave.
She was my favourite Sally Bowles in Cabaret.
There you go. She was in one of the greatest teenage chick flicks of all time, Wild Child. It was, I believe, her last role before she passed. And more recently, her sister made a post, I think on the anniversary of her passing, and she asked Vanessa Redgrave for a quote about her, about Natasha. And just the words were like, they were so beautiful, so devastating, so heartbreaking. I love Natasha Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let's talk about fucking some more on that happy note.
We have to transition straight to the Punnett Square.
So, the Punnett Square. So, the way this works is we are asking the question, does this fox fuck on the x-axis? On one of the axes.
X is a cross.
On the x-axis is does this fox fuck? On the y-axis, it's do they know what sex is?
Yes.
Or some variation of that.
That's exactly it. So they either know what sex is or don't know what sex is, and they either fuck or don't fuck. You can fuck without knowing what it is. 100%.
You can have kids and, like...
You could be actively fucking in the movie, but it's more the energy. So
I don't know why I ever try and explain the Punnett Square. I feel like I should just leave that to you. I get absolute
I love Punnett Squares and science.
Yeah,
that's why
I'm not a science guy.
So your character from Breakfast on Pluto,
Father Liam, of course.
Father Liam.
Yes.
Does he fuck? Father. Is he like the priest in Fleabag?
He does fuck.
Who fucks?
He does fuck.
And he knows what it is?
That's what I'm wondering.
He knows what it is.
He knows what it is because he's trying to avoid it, right? I feel like that's still...
He's a good man.
Yeah.
Daniel from Love Actually.
Yeah.
Knows what it is. Fucks.
Yeah.
Gordy Schiffer, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Somebody has to do it. It can't be me. I'm glad it's him.
Somebody has to. I guess they have to grit their teeth and be like, well, there's some...
Sure. Anyway.
Good night.
It's time for arguably the most exciting part.
The part where I go to bed.
Yes. Shortly, Mike. I'll release you from the bounds of consciousness soon.
Maybe this was a bad idea. Okay.
So, it's time to pick our next fox.
Oh my god, yes, please tell me. I'm so excited.
Okay.
I've been waiting so long for this.
I'm trying to choose.
Okay.
Out of these people. You know what? I'm going to lock them in. We kind of mentioned, not them, but a film franchise that they've been in.
Okay. Oh, a film franchise. What franchises have we we've mentioned The Conjuring.
Mm-hmm.
We've mentioned Chucky. We've mentioned franchises. Star Wars.
It's Carrie Fisher.
It's Carrie Fisher! Oh.
I've had her in the back pocket.
Perfect.
For a minute.
I fucking love her.
I saw this photo of her trying on Harrison Ford's glasses. And I'm so sorry to Harrison Ford's wife at the time, but I totally understand.
Yeah.
She was so tea.
Oh, I love her.
Right up until her last moments on this earthly plane, she was so gorge.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Oh, Carrie Fisher. Speaking of women that I admire and miss.
Have you? No, we should. No, okay. We're table that for next time.
We're gonna have to table that one. All right. So.
Oh my god.
Mike.
Yes.
What do you give Breakfast on Pluto?
Are you okay?
I'm thinking about Carrie Fisher. No. What is your letterbox and what do you give Breakfast on Pluto on Letterboxd?
My Letterboxd is the same as my Instagram, which is One Hat Matter. That's ONEHATMADDER. Do you need some water?
I'm okay. Just a bit excited.
Like Carrie Fisher?
Yeah. No, I'm fine now. Just had to wait for you to finish.
You're having some coffee.
Okay, sorry. What do you rank it?
So yeah, yep.
Cool.
I'm ranking, I don't know how to rank Breakfast on Pluto. So I've got, as I've said before, when I joined Letterboxd, I brought over a lot of historical IMDb rankings. A lot of them I don't necessarily agree with. It's sitting at 3.5 at the moment, which I think is what I would have rated it when I first saw it 20 years ago, right? Or 15 years ago. I think it's probably changed now. The fact that as excellent a performance as it is, Cillian Murphy, he's giving a great performance. It should be a trans woman playing the role.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3.
Okay.
I could still see it being a 3.5. I think I'm giving it a 3.
I feel like a 3.5 for your nostalgia.
Yeah.
Of it.
What's your letterbox? What are you rating?
Love
What
it.
actually?
My letterbox is Dixienormous69. That's DIXIENORMOUS 69. 1 through 68 were taken.
Yeah.
And
It was a big trial and error.
I was there for hours.
No, 14.
I'm giving. Yeah, everyone should know that I'm terrible at rating films. I'm giving Love Actually a big old fucking 5 stars because I fucking love that film.
I like it. I like the film.
It's purely like I watch it every single year at Christmas. I love that film. It makes me so warm inside. Yes, parts of it have aged fucking terribly, but other parts of it are just so brilliant. And I always love getting a chance to see somebody stick it to the President of the United States.
Yeah.
So it's so good.
Yeah.
And if you want to get us on other forms of social media, we have an Instagram. We are at the Silver Fox Office, where we post a promo image of every episode, and we sometimes share stupid shit on our story.
So you would have seen the Kate Winslet dress if you had followed.
You would have. And then we also have an email address. You can tell us what films we should watch, what foxes we should talk about. You can ask to be on the show.
Yeah.
We are the silverfoxoffice@gmail.com.
Please, if you live in Auckland, send us photos of events at cinemas. Focus on the vast amounts of empty space and the rocket ship.
The rocket ship in particular. We need to work out what Liam Neeson's Steve Buscemi number is.
Oh, yeah.
Can I also say my friend sent to our group chat last night, he was like, I'm watching the movie Fargo for the first time.
Yeah.
And naturally I got very, very excited. And he was like, Stevie B, what a hunk.
Yes.
Correct.
And
I said it's his third sexiest film. And he was like, really? And I said, yes. Reservoir Dogs and Armageddon exist. So anyway.
I would also say Parting Glances.
Parting Glances is a big one. I also think the very short time that he's in Pulp Fiction as a waiter dressed as Buddy Holly. But that's also because I had a massive Buddy Holly phase.
Sure.
When I lived alone for a while. Anyway, let's see. What do you think Liam Neeson's Buscemi number is? Do you think they've been in a film together?
Let me think.
They've both got quite extensive filmographies.
They do, I mean, they've both at least got to be 2.
Yeah.
Like, minimum.
2 at minimum.
Can you imagine if they're like 4?
700.
Yeah.
They just hate each other. They literally hate each other.
They've been in the same room. I'm going to bet 2. I think I'm going to lock in a solid 2.
I'm going to guess 1, just to be fun.
Okay.
Oh, he's a Buscemi number 1.
Oh, what have they been in?
They've been in a movie called Kumba. Khumba.
That's not a real film.
Which means they have 100% explored each other's bodies.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I bet you just made that film up. I'm just going to...
They've been in the film of sex and touching each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
the Buscemi Neeson sex tape.
They've actually been on this video I edited on Photoshop before I got here.
Yeah,
it's just a stop motion of them kissing. Sorry.
It's just 2 still images that you're matching together.
2 Barbie dolls.
Anyway. There was some good Foley going on here.
Cool. Shut up, Steve Buscemi.
We love you, Steve.
Sorry to objectify you again.
We're
not our fault. You're such a stone cold fox.
We're not sorry, actually. I think you should be aware.
Actually, when I was pretending to use my phone as a Barbie doll, my phone case is Steve Buscemi.
There you go.
So actually...
And your fist was Liam.
Liam Neeson. That's the name he goes under when he...
I think my Indian food might be...
All right, well, thank you very much for listening to yet another episode of us talking about nothing in particular.
Thanks, friends. We will see you next time for Carrie
Carrie
fucking
Fisher.
Fisher. Yeah.